Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about the 3 likely jobs you're going to have in grad school in America, in the US, in Canada. Enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and love you guys. Bye bye. Okay, so today I want to quickly go over the 3 types of jobs you're gonna get when you start graduate school in America, and the best job to aim for. So you have the graduate research assistant, you have the graduate teaching assistant, and then you have the student worker. So those 3 jobs are probably when you move to the US and start grad school. When you start grad school, those are the 3. You're gonna work in either of those 3 jobs. Okay. All right, so what is a graduate research assistant? I was a graduate research assistant for 1 year. The first year of my PhD, I was a graduate research assistant. I worked on a National Institutes of Health grant with my advisor, great advisor by the way. And what it entails is, what it means is your funding for grad school is coming from a grant, a research grant. So if you're a graduate research assistant, what you do is assist on your research projects. That's literally what it means. You assist on your research project as a graduate student, right? It's pretty straightforward. And those honestly are amazing. The graduate research assistant positions are what you should aim for, because those positions tend to pay all of your fees, all of your tuition. Is literally a free ride if you can land a graduate research assistantship. So when you're applying to grad school, you want to email people, you want to email professors who have grants and ask if you can work with them. That's the best, smartest, wisest way to get a free ride. I know there's scholarships. Scholarships is a whole different ballgame. But to be a graduate research assistant is so amazing, because you get to experience a research project, you get to work on a research project, your fees and tuition are paid. It's the best thing, seriously, for any graduate student. So that's something to aim for. How do you get a graduate research assistantship? Like I said, email professors. It's a lot of research to get a graduate research assistantship, but it's possible, it's doable. All you need to do is make sure you find professors who are doing research you're somewhat interested in, and ask them if you can work for them, because a lot of these research projects have monies laid aside for graduate students, because several research projects you need graduate students. I'm working on a research grant right now, and I'm gonna need to hire 3 doctoral students if I get funded. So I mean, that's huge, right? So that's something to think about when you're applying. Okay. The next type of job is the graduate teaching assistant. The graduate teaching assistant is great. It's usually offered by the department that you are going to go to, and it's also, after the graduate research assistant, I would say the next best thing is the graduate teaching assistant. In this position, you get to grade for the most part. You help senior professors grade, because trust me, professors hate grading. Like most professors, they're just like, oh, I can't deal with this. So there's the money set aside to give graduate students so they can aid professors grade. And I was a teaching assistant for 2 years during my PhD. I worked with the most amazing professor. He was like in his almost 70, I think, but so fantastic guy. And so he would give me opportunities to teach, and I was so nervous. But that was a great experience for me. So a graduate teaching assistantship is very great. Typically, you get your tuition waived, not your fees. So fees typically cost between $1,000 to $3,000, depending on your university, a semester. But your tuition is waived, and your graduate teaching assistantship, you get to earn, pretty good money. So so that's that. So most times, you get to either assist a professor in grading, you get to actually teach a class, but typically it's usually a freshman class. So 100 level class, junior class, they just left secondary school, they just left high school. So you get to teach that, or you get to be more in an administrative position, in a teaching centered administrative position. So you may not necessarily teach a class, but you are helping coordinate, you're helping plan the classes, you're helping create the classes. So that's graduate teaching assistants. That's the second best. The third best is the student worker. I was a student worker during my master's. The student worker is great. It's fine as well. You don't get as many benefits as a graduate research assistant or the graduate teaching assistant, but that's a job. You get to have a job, you get to work, which is important, when you move to the US, when you migrate to the US and stuff like that. So yeah, so a graduate, sorry. I need some water, guys. Oh boy. Okay. So a student worker typically implies that you work in the university, but not in the capacity of research or teaching. You can work, so for example, I worked in the health center of my university. My first year in the US, I worked in the health center. So what I did was I sat in front of the hospital and when people walked in, I was like, hey, welcome to Buto. That was the name of the clinic, the student clinic, Buto. Like, hey, welcome to Buto. Hey, I hope you're having a nice day. And then when people are leaving, I'm like, hey, have a nice day. Hey, enjoy your day. Like I was a greeter for the most part. And I was paid good money. I was earning enough, to pay my rent, to eat food, and to, do the occasional shopping. So yeah, so that's, so being a student worker is fine as well. But it's great to keep in mind that the best bet and option for you is to either be a graduate research assistant or a graduate teaching assistant. A graduate research assistant is something you should aim for, right? Something you should create, that's something you should work towards. But still, I want you guys to be open to becoming a graduate teaching assistant or a student worker. And this is different from scholarships, okay? During those years of me being a student worker, graduate research assistant, and graduate teaching assistant, I had other scholarships that were helping pay my fees and pay rent and different things. I was still applying for scholarships. So yeah, so these are the three differences. These are the three jobs you're most likely going to undertake if you do not have an external scholarship from a company or something. And I want to encourage you guys to keep in mind that you do not necessarily need a scholarship from some company. You need to get admitted into a university, and then you need to start looking for a graduate research assistantship or a graduate teaching assistantship within your university, your department, your college, your university. Or you can start looking for a student worker position. I would say the only issue with a student worker position though is that they do not pay your tuition, because the graduate research assistants and the graduate teaching assistantships, you get your tuition paid and sometimes your fees. But the student worker, you still have to have your fees paid, which sucks, right? Because it's more expensive. School is more expensive if you're a student worker. So you guys get what I'm saying? If you have any questions, let me know. Don't be discouraged though. If you cannot find a scholarship, aim for these three types of jobs and you will be okay. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you've done. Share this video, let people learn more stuff about grad school in the US. All right, see you guys. Bye bye.